Okay guys, we are doing a freezer cooking challenge, cooking school today. I'm gonna teach you how to freezer cook. If you have never done this before, I'm gonna show you how to make it at least a little easier. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not the easiest thing I've ever done, but it is doable and it's gonna save your soul. It will save you so much time, money, energy in the summertime to have these recipes done. I wasn't gonna do one and then I realized we're going on vacation and I wanna have some freezer meals to take with me. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. We're gonna start with dessert. So today we have a deal on the freezer boxes. Hang on. If you click the link in the video, you can get an awesome deal on these. So if you wanna check out the boxes, they're gonna be backwards. Here's all the ones we have. If you're new here, I recommend trying out the freezer meals today. If you're gonna get a bundle deals on a discount, snag that. Click the link in the video for all the information on that. Who's making freezer meals with me? Tell me what you're making. Okay, so let me give you a sneak peek. What we're gonna make is sorry, my phone's being wonky. The ham and croissant bake is where we'll start with that. Then we're not gonna start with that. I'm gonna show you an overview. We're gonna make ham and croissant bake, grilled pork tenderloins. Then we'll come down here. We're gonna make easy chicken parmesan, chicken cordon bleu bake, and then some hot chicken salad. But because y'all know me, y'all know what I like the best, and that is dessert. So we're gonna start with dessert because I'm hoping that by starting with dessert, we can go ahead and make it and prep it. And that way we can actually see the finished product at the end. So these are the simple Sopapilla cheesecake bars. Let me stick this away so I'm not confused over here. These are all from the Freezer Meals Week 6. Next month, we'll make the Freezer Meals Week 7. The following month, we'll make Freezer Meals Week 8. We'll just keep going down the list, y'all. One thing that I didn't do, you do want to keep your trash can open because you're going to have things to throw away. And I am gonna see if I can get this camera up a little higher so I can see your comments, see if you have any questions. If you tried the freezer meals, would y'all tell me if you've tried them and which ones have been your favorite? Can y'all see there? Okay, how's that, guys? Good morning, Trinidad. Y'all hit that share this button and I will enter you to win a $25 Amazon gift card. I love seeing when you guys leave me comments. So please leave me a comment and say hello and share this with a friend who might be able to do this too. Hey, Tammy, so tickled to see you this morning. I'm so glad you're here, Tammy. Okay, let's see. We're gonna pop these guys down in here. These are actually one of my kids' favorites and my son is coming home tonight. I have one kiddo who's been on choir tour this week, so I've had people all over the place, and it has been weird to be home without as many people, honestly. So I'm kind of excited to have Jackson home tonight. Caroline's home from college, so it's just been fun. I've enjoyed having them home, especially as they're kind of figuring out their summer routines. Are your kids in their summer routines, and do you have any great summer routines? Now you're gonna pinch these down. We just wanna pinch out the excess so that it looks a little bit more pulled together. Then we are gonna we've already got the oven preheated to 350. In a mixing bowl, we're gonna mix together. I've already got 2 packages of cream cheese. I'm gonna add in, can y'all see this really well? Okay, 2 packages of cream cheese. I'm gonna add in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Then I will add in 1 large egg. I'll add in a cup of sugar. And then we're gonna mix this really well. We're gonna beat it. So we're gonna mix this up. Now this meal, honestly, I'm kind of cheating on y'all because I wanted you to see, I figured you guys, give me a heart. Would you like to see this one finished? I assume y'all might like to see it finished. So this is not truly a freezer meal, even though I think it would freeze. This is actually just a fun dessert, but it's in these recipes. It's in the recipes because we like to give you 5, with each set of recipes, we like to have 5 recipes for the week and a dessert. So we included this one. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in a mixing bowl. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna mix this in now. Even though I've made this a million times, I still have to read the directions. I am not somebody, I always have to read directions. Do y'all have to read directions, or can you easily make a recipe with no direction. I am not great at that. In fact, I'm a little worried. I'm hoping that I didn't forget when to put the cinnamon in. I'm gonna read this one more time. It says, yep, I'm good. Okay, phew. It's gonna be sad if I mess that one up. So we're just gonna add this cream cheese sugar mixture to the bottom. Like I said, this one's dessert. I think it might freeze, but the intention with the freezer desserts is more just that you have a dessert, because I feel like if you do a freezer cooking session, you deserve dessert, is all I'm saying. It is just worth it, and it's gonna be so yummy and so good. You will love this one, I promise. And your kids and family will love these too. These are called Simple Sopapilla bars. If you're interested in any of these meals, the discount on them today, we dropped the price on the freezer meals for freezer cooking day. So check those out. If you're interested in them, you will love them. I'm gonna try to make sure I don't miss any of this cream cheesy goodness. Here we go. Okay, we are gonna add, okay, we dropped something over there, but it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna take another one of these guys, find where to start it at. I'm gonna try to see your comments real fast. It's more fun when I can see your comments. Let's see if I can see you. It pays to read the instructions. I know, I have to read them. Thank y'all for saying you read them over and over, even though the only recipe I don't ever have to read again is my chocolate chip cookie recipe. That one I know down, but anything else, it doesn't matter if I've made it a million times. I just have to sit and think through that part. Okay, so we're gonna pour these on top. I'm so glad to see you guys on today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Would y'all do me a huge favor and hit that share this button and let somebody else know about these if they've been helpful for you? That would be so valuable, and we will enter you to win a $25 Amazon gift card just for sharing. So thank you for doing that. Okay, now it says pour melted butter evenly over the dough. So I've got my melted butter. We're gonna pour it evenly over the dough. I hope y'all appreciate seeing the dessert. I just wanted you to get to see the dessert from start to finish. And I think by starting it early, we're gonna be able to do that, because I know we're gonna be here together hanging out for a quick minute. Okay, we're gonna pour that over. This is our dessert for tonight, which I'm pretty excited about. Then we're gonna have a half cup of sugar and the cinnamon. So I'm actually gonna mix these together. So this is gonna be a tablespoon of ground cinnamon, which would be the only one I don't have out, of course. Let's grab a tablespoon, hang on. We're gonna do a tablespoon of ground cinnamon. I'm just gonna mix that in with the sugar. And this is what's gonna make it give you that nice, yummy flavor. Oh my goodness, you guys, I see so many folks on. Hey, thank you, Sherry, for sharing. Hey, Donna, I appreciate y'all a ton. Tell me if you've done freezer cooking before. Is this something you guys do? Is it new to you? And if so, which meals have you loved? Is there a low carb version? We have the low cal recipes actually are, I think we said yesterday, like 48 of them have fewer than 15 net carbs. And they, all have 500 less calories, and they show the macros on the card. So they tell you how many net carbs per serving on each recipe. So check out if you're looking for a low carb, check out low cal, read it through the information. Oh, I'm so happy about these. This is gonna make my crazy morning prepping. Every time I do this, it takes some prep, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you this is the easiest thing you will ever do. But we're gonna see how much we can keep it together as we go. And I'm even gonna try to clean up a little as I go. We're gonna pop these suckers in the oven. Yum. And if you stay and watch to the end, you'll be able to see them come on out. Alexa, set 30-minute timer. Okay, we'll see how she does. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I wanna start. Let's start over on this. Actually, let's start. Where do I wanna start? I'm gonna start here. Alexa, set 30-minute timer. I was trying to figure out which end to start on. So these are, I'm gonna try to go in order of the recipes. So here we go with the hot chicken salad. What you're gonna do with a hot chicken salad, can y'all see this? We got a lot going on here, y'all. Hot chicken salad, we're gonna mix together. In a large mixing bowl, we're gonna combine a can of soup. So this is a can of cream of chicken soup. This one is so good. Then we're gonna do a cup of mayonnaise, some onion. This is 1/4 cup of diced onion. Then we'll do and I'm gonna get this guy out. Okay. You know what? Like I said, as I go, I'm gonna try to take everything to the sink as I go. And that will help so much if you'll just kind of like clean up behind yourself as you go. It'll make it easier. Now I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of salt. And I'm gonna just guesstimate. If you're super worried about it, you can do it differently, but I'm just gonna do that. Then 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. So we're gonna mix this all in here. Can y'all see this? Oh, Linda, I know. That's what Alexas do. They tend to listen to all of us, don't they? Then we're gonna add in onion, lemon juice, sauce. Now we're gonna stir in the chicken, which is 4 cups of shredded chicken. I just got the Costco stuff, that's easy. Then we will add in 1 cup of almonds. If you have somebody who has an allergy, you could totally skip that. And you can see as I'm going, I'm trying to go ahead and just push things towards the same place so that I don't have quite as big a mess to clean up. Now it says spoon. I gotta remember when to add the celery in. Oh, there's a ton of celery. Okay, this is hot chicken salad for anybody curious. And I'm gonna need a bigger spoon, I believe, to stir this sucker up with. Here we go. So keep out some spoons and things handy for yourself to make it go faster. It'll be way easier if you do that. You have all the boxes, plus you bought extras for gifts. I love that. The boxes are so good. My family would say that the freezer meal box probably is their favorite. There's just a lot of good, yummy casseroles in it, a lot of good grilling recipes, lots of marinades that you grill, lots of things to put in your crock pot. It's a nice mixture of everything, and you don't have to freeze them all. A lot of folks do it the other way, so it just depends on what you want to do. Okay, I'm gonna make this into 2 recipes because how many people do you feed at your house each night? Tell me how many people you're cooking for. So I like to do these in 2 containers when I can because we only have my husband and I home a lot. Well, we have my husband and my 15-year-old at home. We are not huge eaters. I'll just be honest. We all try to watch our weight for sure. So I usually have half of my plate filled with salad, and then I'll add a little bit of whatever, and the rest, and then I'll eat a small portion of dinner. Same thing with my husband. We're not huge eaters. So splitting it into 2 makes it super easy to not end up with way too much food. And y'all know, if you've been around here a long time, food waste pains me. So this makes it a lot easier to do that. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, let's see. Let me make sure I read this right. Cover with plastic wrap and foil. I gotta remember what to do. Add the cheese and crushed potatoes on top. This is it. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here's where it gets kind of tricky. I have these guys. Now remember, I just told you that I'm gonna separate these out. What I'm gonna do on these right now is I'm gonna cover them with plastic wrap first. So we'll go ahead and cover these guys with some plastic wrap. I'm gonna push this over there. I'm gonna cover this one. And the thing, I'm not gonna worry about this being super perfect because that may be too small. I went too fast. Hang on. Okay, let's do this one. I hate to be wasteful, but otherwise it's probably not gonna work. So we're gonna cover with plastic first and then cover with foil. Now it's really important when you go to bake it that you leave a note on it. How many of y'all know we have our baby cards? You wanna have a note on it that says remove the plastic, because the last thing you wanna do is end up having a plastic covered dinner. So what I'm gonna do now, watch this y'all. I'm gonna put these there, and then I'm gonna put the chips So we've got a cup of chips. Watch, hang on. It's gonna be worth it, I promise you guys. If I can find my container, which I don't have here handy. Okay, here's our freezer bag stand that I need an extra one of. So you're gonna grab your freezer bag stand, if you have one. And you'll do that. This will just make it go easier so you don't spill. A lot of times I'm in such a hurry. I live very hurried. A lot of times I'm in such a hurry, I don't slow down to do it correctly. So I'm trying really hard to be better about being patient. Okay, so there's about half of those crackers. And we'll just attach those inside the bag. And then I'm gonna do half these. Now listen, the recipe calls for cheddar cheese on top. I've already got a bag of cheddar cheese. I don't wanna waste an extra bag. So even though what I could do is I could totally separate this cheddar cheese right here into 2 bags since I'm making 2 smaller ones, I'm just gonna stick a note on it. We pretty much always have cheddar cheese on hand, so it won't be a big deal. I'm gonna do this like this. These are all packed together. Now I'll add my foil on. And then I'm gonna make myself a little note on the foil to say, add the cheddar cheese on. Does that make sense? So I just like to make it so that it's easy for whenever I do come back to know what's happening, to know what else I need with it. Now I've got my hot chicken salad card. I need to find, I'll show you all my baby cards. I'm gonna go through at the end. These are the baby cards that come when you purchase. With the baby cards, they tell you what to do. So it's gonna tell me when I go to make it, make sure you add the cheddar cheese. All the directions are on it. These are great if you're going with college kids, and I just keep mine in a little tiny bin, and I'm not sure, that might be, actually, there you go. They're color-coded like the cards are. So there's my extra set of baby cards. Buying the baby cards, well, the sets of freezer cards come with the baby cards, and you can actually order an extra set if you want. I would highly recommend that. Okay, so there's 2 done. I'm gonna clean up the space just a little bit, and then we'll move to the next one. So the next one we're gonna make is the chicken cordon bleu bake, and we are actually gonna eat this one for dinner tonight. I decided after doing all this cooking that I didn't wanna have too much stress on myself tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, I've got my chicken. Here is 4 cups of cubed chicken. I'm gonna take 1/2 pound of sliced deli ham, and this has just been cut into strips ahead of time. So you're almost making a chicken cordon bleu. This is like a faux chicken cordon bleu. Now, I will tell you that there are a couple cream and chicken soup recipes in this week's meals. Most of our meals do not have cream and chicken soup. It does taste good. I try not to use it too often, but I will tell you on this one, it tastes pretty yummy, and it's better than eating at McDonald's. So my family's gonna love this one because they will love this one. Just trust me on that. Okay, there's that. One thing you can do to make this go a little bit easier is to go ahead and get chicken that's already been pre-cooked from Costco. It will definitely make it go a little faster. I'm just adding some Swiss now. Got that done. I'm gonna put my plate. Remember, I'm trying to keep everything, I'm going the same direction with everything. Now that I've got that mixed together, what's next? Place chicken in the pan, layer with the ham and cheese. I'm gonna add the soup mixture. The soup mixture is gonna be 1/2 cup of milk and a can of cream of chicken soup. I'm gonna put that in the trash to make my life go easier when I clean up. Anything you can do as you go to make things land where they need to be will help so much. We're gonna go ahead now and I wanna make sure I do this right. We're gonna pour this over, and then we're gonna put the stuffing mix over. Now I've gone ahead and I've already, hang on, I'm gonna whisk this together for you guys. Yes, you can definitely order extra cards, which makes it so nice to have those on hand. We're gonna mix this over. I'm gonna get this mixed, and I'm gonna pour this over top. My family for dinner tonight is gonna love this. My kids, I'll show you why they're gonna love it, because honestly, it's like the best chicken and dressing recipe you will ever make. So we've got that. Do a quick little wipe down cleanup as I go, so it's not quite too bad. That's one thing that if you can just kind of clean as you go, it's gonna help you not feel so overwhelmed at the end. So we're gonna add that on. I just wanna make sure I do this right. Oh, let's see. Place cooking in pan. I forgot to add the cheddar cheese in underneath. I think we're gonna be fine. I think I have plenty. We're gonna be fine. Then we're gonna sprinkle with soup mixture and then stuffing. So this is stovetop. Well, it's not stovetop. This is the Parmesan. No, this is the Pepperidge Farm version. I think the stovetop, I'm actually gonna wash my hands and do this by hand. I think the stovetop is a little crumblier and works a little bit better as I go. So I like to use the stovetop just a little more than this one. It crumbles a little easier. This is Pepperidge Farm brand. It's not my favorite to work with in this. It probably tastes better. It's a little fancier. Honestly, I'll buy the Kroger brand. They were just out of it, so this is what I got. You're just gonna crumble this all over on top. My family will love this one. You just go ahead and prepare your dressing just like it says. Now this is more dressing than we need. It actually is more than the recipe calls for, but my family loves them some dressing. So they are not gonna be sad if I have extra dressing on here. It's easier to do it with your hands. It smells amazing. My family is gonna be so excited about dinner tonight, and I love when they can come home. I love when I have my kids home especially, and they feel like mom's cooking is decent. So sometimes they do, I'll be honest. Sometimes they get tired of crock pot food. So they're just like the rest of us, I think. But it's funny, my kid who's in college now is like, Mom, can we take some of your meals to school? And I'm like, oh yeah, I have won the lottery. So we're just gonna add some cheddar cheese over top of this. Now, if you're gonna make this to freeze, you're gonna go ahead and add some plastic wrap to it and then put some aluminum foil over it. Because I am only making it for dinner tonight, I'm actually just gonna stick some foil on it and we are good to go. There we go. How are we doing up there? Your neighbor butchers make stuffing. Oh, that would be amazing to have fresh stuffing. My husband makes the best stuffing at Thanksgiving ever. It is so good. Okay, here we go. Number 3, y'all. We're doing great. 5 cups of diced cooked chicken. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna pour a jar of spaghetti sauce over our chicken. This one's so easy. Thankfully, we're an easy one right now because it is so easy, and it is honestly so good. This is just one of those recipes that I love. Now, when you're making this one, you do want to go ahead, if you keep your jar, which it looks like I did not do, you can kind of rinse this around to make sure you get all the extra spaghetti sauce out. I don't like to waste stuff, so I'm gonna get a spatula in here. Here we go. I don't want to waste any of this good spaghetti sauce because it's what makes it all taste good. So try to get all of your extra spaghetti sauce out so it's not wasted. Then you're just gonna kind of go over here like this. Y'all don't forget, hit the share this button if you would like to share with a friend. We will enter you to win a $25 Amazon gift card. I appreciate y'all. You have no idea. I wish you could know how thankful I am for you. And I hope these meals have helped make your life a little easier and a little happier for your family. I know they certainly have for ours, and so I'm awfully thankful for that. Okay. Here we go. We got our chicken. Place chicken in the bottom of the pan. Pour spaghetti over top. Then mix to combine to make sure, you want to make sure your chicken is kind of coated with the sauce and it's across the pan. Next, we are going to sprinkle mozzarella cheese on top. So I've got my mozzarella. 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. Get that right there. We're just going to kind of make sure it's everywhere. And then we're going to add 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. So this is good and cheesy. Now you can serve this with some pasta. If you're like me and do a little bit lower carb, this would be a great low carb meal for sure, because you could just skip that part. You are gonna add some carbs in right now though. So here we go, y'all. Here come the carbs. Not terrible though. This is 2 cups of panko breadcrumbs. We're gonna mix in with that a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Can y'all see this? And then we're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. One other tip is if you have seasonings, kind of stick those all in the same place as you go. And that way, at the end, they're gonna be a little easier to clean up as you go. Because you don't wanna do all this work and then be so stressed afterwards that you just wanna sit down and cry. So I promise all summer long as you have these meals, you're gonna be like, I am so glad I have these, I promise. We're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of olive oil now. And I am just guesstimating that. And then this one we are gonna go ahead and freeze. This one is just a really yummy good one. These are so great to take too. I love freezer meals for vacation. We use them a ton when we travel, mostly because as we've gotten, well, of course through COVID, it was so hard to go out to restaurants and stuff. So if we were able to travel, we didn't want to have to fool with finding a restaurant. Also with picky kids, it's not worth going to an expensive restaurant while you're out of town. It saves us so much money, and I can use the discounted prices that I get on groceries at home, mix everything together, and I don't have to find weird ingredients at a store to shop in a different area. We're just gonna pour this over top now. I'm gonna mix a little bit more in there. I'm gonna pour that right over top. There we go, y'all. We are on, I just did 1, 2, 3, 4 recipes, and we got 2 more to go. And then we got our bars. I can't wait. I hope y'all are gonna stick around to the end to see the bars. They're worth it. Okay, so this is done. Again, notice I'm just pushing everything back as I go towards the sink. So to make my life a little easier, I'm gonna go ahead. I promise you'll be thankful when you clean up. You'll be like, oh, I'm so glad that I did that space. Now you're gonna wrap it with some plastic wrap. And the reason you wrap with plastic wrap, you could either double foil or do this. I just do this to make sure that it doesn't freeze or burn. And if you have casserole dishes, if you have enough extra casserole dishes that you can do these without having to do them in foil, that's fantastic. I reuse a lot of my foil pans, so you can absolutely do that too. Okay, so this is I didn't label these. Let's go ahead and get these labeled so you can see how the labels go. So this is the chicken cordon bleu bake, and this is the easy chicken parmesan. And then what you'll do is you'll just take some tape. Tape does not freeze super well, so if you have a sturdier tape, that will be best, but this is all I have on hand right here. So I'm just gonna tape these guys down right there. And then I know, and this one I'm making tonight, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, are y'all ready for the next meal? How are we doing? Let's do a quick peek. I want you to be able to see what the kitchen really looks like right now, so you have an idea of how we're doing here, okay? So if you're new here, here's what our kitchen looks like as we're doing a freezer cooking session. I just did those 3. We're gonna finish up these 2. Not too terrible considering how much food we just prepped. Like, we're doing okay. So come on over, let's keep at it. Y'all, don't forget we've got a discount on these today. So you definitely, if you're gonna try them, today's the day to try them. Let's go over here and do our grilled pork. This is where this went. I knew I had another one of those. Our grilled pork tenderloin, and I'm gonna need that extra freezer bag stand. There it is. So these freezer bag stands we have in the shop, they're amazing. You will love them. Just saying. We are gonna put this here so I don't have to hold y'all up. Okay, are we ready, guys? Here we go. You're tired watching me. Y'all, thank you. Somebody said cute hair. I was trying to come up with a cute way. I'll show you later how I did my cute little hair bow to have it pull back so that it was out of my face, because it is so hard to keep it out of my face sometimes. Okay, grilled pork tenderloins. We've got a 2-pound pork tenderloins, about 1 pound each. I use the freezer bag stands to make it go a little easier and faster. You're new here. I'm so glad oh my goodness. I'm so glad you're new here and have gotten one of the boxes. I think you will love these. These are gonna change your life in the summertime. I'm just saying. It sounds overwhelming, but it is so worth it. We're gonna mix together. Now, I'm gonna give you a bunch of tips on this one. First off, one of the things you have to mix in is honey. Honey is the worst to get out of a jar. So I'm gonna show you a quick tip. Before we do the honey, we're gonna do the soy sauce. This calls for a 1/3 cup of soy sauce. I did not have a 1/3 cup measure, so I was gonna use a 2/3 measure. So don't do your honey first, okay? You're gonna do this one first. We're gonna do the soy sauce first. We need a 1/3 cup of that, so it's a half of this one. Then we're gonna do a 1/3 cup of teriyaki sauce. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is the honey, and that's gonna help. You know how bad honey is I hate dealing with honey in a dish. I don't enjoy it, because getting it in and out is a pain. So by doing it this way, it's gonna be easier, I think, in theory. This calls for a 1/4 cup of honey. I'm totally guesstimating this. Y'all, if you mess up, it's not gonna be as bad. Okay, it came out a little easier. The best thing is to spray a pan. It didn't come out as easy as I hoped it would. I thought that would work better than it did. It works really well but it was definitely easier than regular honey would be. Y'all see that? It helps. I'm just saying, it helps for sure. If you can get that honey mixture up. Okay, let's get this back really fast so you guys can see. Anyways, getting honey out of the dish always makes me crazy. We're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, a tablespoon of squeezed ginger, 3 cloves of garlic. Y'all, I am all for a good squeezed garlic. 4 teaspoons of ketchup. I'm gonna just guesstimate, y'all. Now, if you're real picky on a marinade, you're never gonna know. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody's gonna know 5, because I think those were pretty small. Nobody's gonna know how much they were. Again, you'll notice as I'm cleaning, I'm trying to move everything to the same space in the kitchen so that I don't have quite as big a mess. We've got that. Now we're gonna add in some onion powder, and we need a half teaspoon of onion powder. Oh, that is hardened. I wonder where that has been that it got hard. Something must have gotten into that. We're gonna make it work and hopefully not dump the whole thing in. That is very hard. Okay, and then we're gonna do a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper, so that's just half of this. Throw that in there. Then we are gonna add in, we're gonna mix this all together. Now the reason I'm mixing this ahead, normally I would just mix this in the bag. So normally I would totally mix this inside the bag and I wouldn't do this, but you actually wanna separate, you wanna have your marinade a little bit separate, and I'll show you how we're gonna do it now. When you go to do it, you wanna marinate, you want half of it to go into this bag and half of it to go into this bag. Do y'all see that? So remember, we've got the bag stands at Passionate Penny Pincher. You're gonna love these, I promise, you're gonna love them. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna very carefully, and again, stick everything in your sink as fast as you can. It's just gonna make, because that's where it's gonna land anyways. You're gonna do half in here and half in here. Can y'all see this? I don't know if you can see how this is going. Hang on. When you're the camera crew and the cook, it gets a little rowdy. There we go, girls. How are we doing? Okay. So I want to do half in each one. So you're just going to kind of get them each in there. Do one more in here. And that way you can use it when you go to make it. You're going to have a good stuff to saute in. Again, we're just going to go on right there. There we go. Easy peasy. One more done. Now, I do double bag these, but I'm gonna show you how I'll double bag this one. Since we've got the marinade, this comes in really handy. We're gonna move this and pop this off. Make this go really close together. Can y'all see this really well? I'm gonna get you we will pack all of it together in a bag so that when it's dinner time, I can literally like pull out a salad, make a salad, pull this out in the morning, maybe add some baked potatoes if I want to, or some dinner rolls, and I just made dinner. I mean, it is gonna make your life. In the summertime, this one especially, this is just a really good one. So I will say week 5 is this is week 6. I feel like these are a little harder than some of our other meals. There's a little more prep work involved this week, but the menus are so good. And when I pack them with the card like this, so that if my husband sees them, he can make them easily and he knows, okay, this is exactly what to do. He's not stressed. Y'all, when we're traveling, if I'm out of town, this just makes life so much easier for my family. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stick that over here with the rest of them, and I'll show them to you all when we're done. I'm hoping our sopapilla bars are close to getting done. I'm gonna wash my hands super fast. And then we'll go to the next one. I'm actually kind of excited. I've never purposely been as intentional with trying to make sure to keep everything from being a mess. And I think it's gonna make my life so much easier cleaning up. So I'll show you at the end what I've done this time a little bit differently. Because I've made a lot of freezer meals, so I'm getting better at it. That's the thing, when you do hard things, you get better at them. Okay, so we've got, I've gone ahead and torn the croissants. This is ham and Swiss croissant bake. Phew, let me slow down for a second. This is ham and Swiss croissant bake. I've got 3 large croissants that I've just gone ahead and prepped by pulling ahead like that. Now what I'm gonna do is top with ham. This is just chopped ham. And again, remember I'm keeping my trash can open, so I'm gonna throw that stuff away. Then I'm gonna top with my cheese. And again, what am I gonna do with this? As I finish with it, I'm not gonna just lay it down here. It will not take me a single extra second to put it towards the sink. Put that sucker in the sink. Then I'm going to whisk together eggs. We've got 6 eggs here. So I'm whisking these suckers together. Y'all, we've been on for only less than 30 minutes because my timer's still going. So it really isn't as bad as you think it is. And I know I look a little more chaotic just because I'm doing it here for video. Y'all know things get a little bit crazy when you're doing them for video. So that is a cup of half and half. Now I'm gonna add a tablespoon of yellow mustard. I'm gonna actually squeeze that out because I don't want to get, y'all know how on the top of the mustard, you always get the water, the liquid that rises to the top. I don't want that. Then we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of honey, which I have right here. Again, you can measure this all out. I'm not gonna measure it all out. A little bit of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. There we go. Then we are gonna do, I ended up with some extra mozzarella. Now I'm sitting here wondering what that mozzarella was for. I don't know what that was for. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna cover this sucker up. We're gonna pour this over top. This one is great to take for a breakfast. So if you like on vacation, this is really nice to have this one already done. I'm gonna make sure that honey is stuck at the bottom. This one is great to have on vacation because you can just pull it out. You've got breakfast done. People are gonna think you're a rock star. Y'all know, I am not much a rock star, but I like to pretend that I'm one. To my family, they don't really know that I'm really a hot mess. Actually, they do kind of know that I'm really a hot mess. Okay, we're gonna get this pulled together. This one is just great to have because like I said, it's a great breakfast recipe. Again, I'm gonna pull my spices to the middle as I go. So I have a few less things to do. Then we are going to go ahead and add in, I need my plastic wrap and my foil and my baby card. So when I go on vacation, it's gonna be so nice to just know this is exactly what you have to do. You don't have to go buy a bunch of extra stuff. You'll make it a lot cheaper. It's so worth it. I can't even tell you. It is so, so, so good. So good. Oh, and it smells, y'all, it's smelling really yummy. I really kind of can't believe we actually did all those that fast because I felt like this was a hard day. This was a hard day of freezer cooking, harder than a lot of our other ones are. Okay, we've got this one is, that's the wrong one. I have my croissant bake and I have my tape somewhere. There we go. So that one's done. Now I want to show you, I'm hoping that this is going to come out really fast and I can show you what all we did today and how we kind of kept it together. Maybe not too terrible a mess. I mean, it's still a mess, so I'm not going to lie to you. It's a mess. However, I want you to see the difference because I'm really proud of myself because it took this many years to figure it out. So when you do it, the meals are over there. My dishes are here. Obviously, I have a lot of dishes. All of my spices are moved here. I've done it before in the past where I didn't really think about that as I went, and I ended up with a big, huge hot disaster at the very end, and it was awful. But by kind of being intentional as you go, it's gonna help you to just get it all done a little bit easier on the cleanup end. You do both and haven't run into a meal you couldn't make gluten-free. I love hearing that. Okay, so the menu planning boxes, let's talk about these super fast. These are the 7 boxes we have. They are backwards, so click the link in the video to see which ones they are. But what we've got is the freezer meals, which is what we made today. This one is on sale today. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Anyways, check this one out if you're interested in it. It is on sale, it's worth it. We have the celebration series, the slow cooker series, the summer series, the slow cooker. This is slow cooker volume 2, slow cooker volume 1, low cal, which I would say is low carb. All of them have fewer than 500 calories. Most have fewer than 20 net carbs. And then we have the side series, which we just came out with last week. Like I said, oh, and here's our meals. I guess you want to see that. How much longer on this timer? Oh, we got 49 seconds. Do y'all want to wait to see the stuff come out of the, that was the goal. I wanted you to wait to get to see the sopapilla bars. Let me know. Do you want to see the sopapilla bars? This is what we've made really fast. We just made, oh, when you order the freezer cards, they come with the baby cards. They don't come with the plastic container, but they do come with the baby cards that are fantastic. We've got the 2 hot chicken salads. We've got some extra, I have landed with a bunch of extra cheese somehow. A chicken cordon bleu bake, easy chicken parmesan, grilled pork tenderloins, ham and Swiss croissant bake, all done. Really not that terrible, y'all. Not awful. So I think it's worth it. I think it's gonna help you out. If you get the boxes, if you do the freezer meals, I do wanna let you know that when you do them, on the back of the tab, this is super important, there is a freezer meals prep card. That's gonna help make your life way easier because it's gonna tell you exactly what to do ahead so that you're not exactly, so you know what you're doing. Somebody just watched for the first time live. I am so glad you did. Alexa, turn off. Y'all want to see the sopapilla bars? Who wants some? You bought 10 boxes. They were gifted as shower gifts. I love that. Let's see how these simple bow soapy of ours are. I will tell you that I've gotten much better at this as I've done it for a lot of years. I used to be a disaster. Oh, this is one other quick tip. Let me show you real fast. I keep all of my lids right here in one place as I go, and that way at the end I can just really quickly pull them in. I was telling somebody the other day that I kind of have become, because I have so much to do each day, I've become like like I get into logistics. I look at my kitchen as how can I do this as fast and efficiently as possible, and it really works. And oh y'all, we just made 6 freezer meals and these for desserts in under 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will tell you, there was a lot of prep work that happens that you did not see ahead of time. So I try to get it kind of done easily, but I'm also doing it for video, which makes it take a little bit longer. How long do the meals last in the freezer? Ina, they last probably, I would say it depends on your freezer, definitely 4 to 6 months in any freezer. If you have a deep freezer, I would say you could leave them for up to a year. First time watching, but own freezer meals and slow cooker meals. Karen, I'm tickled you haven't seen us before and you're watching for the first time today. Can you get, the lunch menus are not on the recipe cards. We may do that at some point, but they're not currently there. That's a great idea. You love to lose the lids all the time. Yeah, stick them all in one place. That's gonna make it, because I did the same thing. Like I said, I've done a lot of them. I'm gonna answer your questions while I do some dishes, because why not do some dishes? We'll see how it goes. You can't wait to see the dessert out of the oven. I'm so glad. Ina, you are so welcome. Thank you so much. Cindy, it's your first time too. Cindy, I am tickled you're here today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Do y'all have any quick questions? Cindy says it's her first time too. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, I think we got that. The other thing is, other big tip, make sure your dishwasher is completely empty prior to starting, because then you just dump it all in and let your dishwasher do all the work. Show your freezer. I gotta clean out my freezer. Not gonna lie, it's gotta happen. It looks so good. Terry, it's your first time as well. Terry, y'all, thank you so much. I will tell you that Passionate Penny Pincher, we are the happiest little corner of the internet, and you will love being here. So definitely check it out. Stacy, it's your, gosh, we have so many first timers here. Yeah, Nancy, the lunch menus are only available by PDF. The chicken we used from Costco was a grilled chicken that was already pre-made. It was fantastic. You could do the grilled chicken. You could also do Costco sells packs of rotisserie chicken. Definitely save yourself some time if you've got the money. It's actually, honestly, I don't think it even costs you that much more. The rotisserie chicken at Costco is pretty cheap, so try that out for sure. Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate you a ton. Norma says you have leftover cheese you forgot to add to one of your dishes. I know, I'm worried about that. I think I gotta figure out where the cheese goes to. You've eaten freezer meals for up to 6 months, so they've worked for there. Cheddar cheese is for the first meal. You're right. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Martia in Arkansas, no dishwasher. Oh, Kathy, just turn on some really happy music. Bless you. You are a rock star for doing this without a dishwasher. I can't even imagine. Okay, y'all have an amazing day. I will keep up. I'll give you a picture of everything once we finish it up. Y'all have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Click the link in the video for the menu plans. If you don't have them, you will love them. Y'all, oh, and let me say one more thing. If you order any of our menu plans, you will get, if you're new here and you don't know this, if you order any of our menu plans, you will get invited to the Passionate Penny Pincher private Facebook group for our people, our recipes. We talk about the recipes every night. People add like what they tweak. Honestly, the group alone is worth way more than the cards are. So it will be the best. I think it's like 39 bucks. It'll be the best $39 you spend. You will not regret it. Y'all have an amazing day, and we will talk soon. Bye guys.